I sometimes think that while people are focusing on Mr. Kahuto Chishi and Mrs. Hekani Chakalu in this election, there is a possibility that Mr. Achuto Chimomi might take away the trophy.
See, you have brought up a valid point.
Yeah.
See, I am not, this is the first time I'm addressing Hekani. See, Hekani is my grandniece, okay?
Hello, everyone. Today I am back with a man who has been reigning social media and who has been viewed a lot of times on social media, especially on YouTube, for his voice and for his views on many of the things. And this man doesn't need any introduction. By the way, he is Mr. Kahuto Chishi. And many of you have requested us to host him again on this show and talk about the upcoming election. So we are excited to have him right now. And thank you for accepting a request once again.
Thank you so much for having me, Mr. Lungleng.
Yes, it's wonderful to have you again.
Pleasure.
Yeah. So we would directly start talking about a lot of things. However, first thing we would like to focus is last time when we talked about, when we talked with you, we ended with the discussion that you will start your campaign very soon.
Yes, yes.
So how is your campaign so far?
So far, it's progressing very well.
Okay.
But it's been low-key, one-to-one. Because so there's been no official declaration by any of my opposing candidates. Now, of course, Miss Hekani Chakalu, she's going around building roads and all that. But there's a difference between doing that and then saying that I'm going to campaign. Because I understand this because of party ticket distribution. No? So until then, it'll be this way, low-key. No?
Low-key. So when will you start the high key?
This coming week most probably.
Okay. So until now, it's like you are doing at a very low profile, person to person.
Yes.
Why do you think it's helpful, or while your rival candidates are really reaching out in masses, do you think low-key will help you?
Oh, see, they are not. All their public appearances so far have been in connection with some inauguration program, something like that. Not specifically directly connected with the elections.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
So, and then you have to understand the electorate of the Maputri.
Of course.
The minority, they hold the most votes.
Okay.
And in Nagaland too, anywhere in the world, minorities, they are usually suppressed and oppressed. So they are scared to voice out.
Okay.
Their choice of candidate.
Right
now. So we'll have to wait.
Okay. So you're giving them enough time for them also to think thoroughly.
Yeah. They understand. They know who so far.
Interesting.
But they are not saying who they're going to think. They have not committed.
Okay. So when we talked last time, Hekani had not declared her candidacy yet, right?
Yeah, officially.
It was officially. So I had not officially known by then. However, there was a rumor going on that she might join. But those time when I was talking to you, it was you and Achuto Chimomi would be the candidates. Now that my point, I have one question on Hekani. When you look at the works done by Hekani, it's regarded by a lot of people, saying that she has done a lot of social work. She has done a lot of things through YouthNet for the youth of Nagaland. And I think people are grateful for that in one way. So, I mean, why would people choose you over her?
No, let us go to specifics.
Okay, let's do that.
You're talking about YouthNet as a source of employment generation.
Yes.
See, they're just a source of channeling funds.
Okay.
Funds which come from the center.
Okay.
Now the question is, how much has the YouthNet, how much funds has YouthNet controlled over the years, and how many youth have they trained?
Okay.
Now, because recently in Kohima, there was one issue. One person was allocated 4 crores to train around 160 young people, and then he didn't train even one, and he built a house. So now, see, I am not here to witch hunt anyone.
That's for sure.
But the public can find out for themselves. File an RTI, ask how much funds has been channeled through YouthNet and how many have been trained.
Yeah.
Then let us talk about the social impact.
True.
Because now their claim is they have trained lakhs of youth
Okay.
during 16 years. Now, even if they have trained 1 lakh people over the course of 16 years, I believe that works up to around more than 6,000 per year. So
Yeah.
those are figures which are unbelievable.
Okay.
Now, when we have only 70 or 80,000 unemployed in Nagaland,
Okay.
their claims that they have trained lakhs means that there should be a surplus of employment. No?
I see. That's a good way of.
So, and then when you have to look at a person's source of income, the lifestyle they're leading. What is the source of income?
Okay.
All these factors. See, in due time it will come out. But one should not claim what one is not. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
The reason why I'm always ready to talk on any subject, the reason why I don't ask you to give me a set of questions is because I'm confident in my stand, my statements,
True.
and I speak the truth. So I don't need to cover up for anything. So, see, we have perceptions, different perceptions.
Yeah.
People have different perceptions. So
They do.
it's okay, she might be seen
Okay. That's.
as doing good for someone, but
Yep.
does it reflect on the ground? You have to think of that.
That's a lot of thing to think through. I think, and of course, it's not we are trying to witch hunt or whatever, but being an opponent, being a rival, we have to weigh and measure. Why would people choose me over her, or why would people choose her over you? And when you measure that, I think it's a strategy for an electoral politics.
Okay, thank you for bringing me back on track. I forgot
Okay.
that,
Okay.
See, I've given people a choice. Okay, everywhere I'm telling people, I'm giving you a choice. And what is the choice I'm giving?
Okay.
I'm a man who has spoken on every issue which affects the public over the course of the last 6 years. I have stood for women's rights. Can you give me an instance when any Naga has genuinely stood for women's rights, including the NMA? I challenged them also. Because 2017 there was all this thing,
Yeah. ULP.
strikes, even deaths because of women's reservation.
Yes.
I was the only one who gave an option to overcome this conflict. And recently, when the government of Nagaland, they tried to select councillors, not elect.
Okay.
And I was the one who spoke against it. I said, does Naga customary law state that women cannot be elected, but they can be selected to the urban councils?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So, I was one of the voices which stopped the government from selecting councillors.
So the government stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then youth. You're talking about youth.
Yes. Yes.
Who has spoken for the youth in the past? The youth in Nagaland are facing so many problems.
Right.
Like they don't get their scholarships in time. There's
truly.
no educational infrastructure. No educational infrastructure.
Yeah.
Vocational training infrastructure.
Okay.
Look at the pandemic.
I request you one thing.
yeah.
Closer to the mic.
So many youth from
Yeah.
across India returned to Nagaland.
Okay.
Who spoke out for them when they were treated like pigs, fed all the slop? I was the only one. Okay. And I was so frustrated that I went to the extent of insulting Mr. Nifi Rio, our Chief Minister, and Mr. Tum Jin Toy, our former Chief Secretary, on social media.
Okay.
I said that as long as the Naga is alive, these two names will be cursed. Because, see, for me, I am not an opportunist, I don't use issues to further my personal agenda. The reason why I'm contesting is I want to address these issues from a position of power.
Yeah. Now, I mean, you have made your point very clear. You have a concern for women. You have a concern for youth.
No, I have a concern for Nagas as
For
a
Nagas.
whole.
But you have touched upon the issue of women
but
and
since
youth also.
people are using certain issues
Yeah.
to further their, to
Agenda.
better their image. I'm saying
Okay.
where is the track record?
Okay. True. I think when I think about your work, you have been very vocal. You have touched the issue, and you don't speak based on the person's image. When things are wrong, you say it is wrong. I think that's one thing I personally want to respect you for that.
Thank you.
But I want to really understand once again, your popularity in the media, your voice in the media coverage. Last time when I asked you, how do you convert all this into votes? That's a big question that as a candidate you have to address.
Yes.
And I still am not convinced 100%. Last time you said you don't know who is calling me when I asked the same question. There are a lot of people who are not on social media, but they're reaching me out. That's a very interesting one. So are you still resting your faith in the background work that is going on? Do you have any new perspective?
See, you have to understand, what social media, like there are different aspects. You're better versed than me, say Instagram, Twitter and all that. I've used social media. I mean, Facebook
you do.
and YouTube. But see, I am not projecting my image.
Okay.
I'm sending a message. And that message has reached. Okay. Just yesterday, I gave an interview on the recent government of Nagaland notification about the ethical behavior of Gaobaras.
Okay.
I got a call at night from a village, village GB, thanking me for clarifying.
Achha.
So, like converting to votes again, it's working because people are contacting their friends, family members, villagers, tribesmen across Nagaland, those who have relatives here in Dimapur.
Right.
And see, I don't know if it will actually convert into votes.
Yeah.
But right now, you cannot find a person who will speak against me in public.
That's
in
for
private.
Sure. That's for
They
sure.
may be.
That's for sure.
See, I don't believe all that I see on social media or what people are telling me. So I know. But the thing is, I have that image where people cannot speak ill against me in public.
Because you have no record of wrongdoings
Yes,
in the public.
yes.
One thing is you have never been in public office.
Yes.
Another thing is
even in my private life.
Even in your private life, you don't approach public servant or public figure to get yourself benefited.
And the few times I have done, it is for genuine causes.
Okay.
See, I'm not scared to approach anyone on behalf of anyone.
Okay.
Never on my personal behalf, okay? But I'm not scared to approach anyone, provided the cause is genuine.
Okay. Interesting. Now, I sometimes think that while people are focusing on Mr. Kahuto Chishi and Mrs. Hekani Chakalu in this election, there is a possibility that Mr. Achuto Chimomi might take away the trophy.
See, you have brought up a valid point.
Yeah.
See, I am not, this is the first time I'm addressing Hekani. See, Hekani is my grandniece, okay? She's my elder sister's daughter's daughter.
Really?
So I know her from since childhood.
Okay.
But it is the social media people who are focusing on the two of us.
Yes.
Whereas I am focusing on Ajato because he is a three-time winner.
He's an
a player.
incumbent officer.
Yes, he
MLA.
knows the people there. He's more well-versed.
Exactly. He has the resource.
See, forget the resources, the people. I am new to Dimapur. Okay. Hekani, for all the claims of being born in Tolvi, she doesn't, I know for a fact that she does not know. But Ajato, he knows people. He's interacted with them in the past.
Cool.
And he has not started his campaign as yet.
Yeah. Because of this Naga solution.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
That is a very good excuse for the thing, okay? You have to understand, for politicians, it's a very good excuse, not a solution. Because they save money, no?
Yeah.
The earlier the election is declared, or the earlier that people are aware that they're going to have elections, the sooner they have to start spending money.
Okay.
Because that is the only currency they deal with.
Right.
The reason why I declared so early is because people know that I'm not going to give them money. I'm not scared of declaring early. But they're scared of early declaration because they have to spend money.
That's interesting.
I have known that for a long time.
Okay.
See, ENPO and the frontier Nagaland, they have
yes.
genuine grounds. No? But
Yes.
you see, every time it is just before the elections when the frontier
Okay.
Nagaland demand comes up.
Okay. That's another huge topic to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, thank God, Tsimuni was given a district. Otherwise, Tsimuni district demand also would have come up.
In this election. I think I would like to equate, or maybe you are somewhat like Kejriwal. Kejriwal, in your opinion of like fighting against corruption, you are totally different. he is a mainstream politician. However, in his approach to election campaign and promising people of, implementation of proper implementation of schemes. So I'd look at that perspective for now. And with that perspective, I want to ask one question. He said during the campaign that, hey, if you want to take money from your politician, take it, but vote for me, which is very interesting. I think that's a very new idea that propped up by him. So would you also have this kind of a same, but you wouldn't encourage for sure. What do you say on that?
See, I have spoken out against the clean election campaign from the onset. Okay. Which means that I'm not bothered about whether politicians use money or whether the electorate takes them. And this comparison with Kejriwal, this is something I don't like. Okay, Shashi Tharoor and Kejriwal, because Shashi Tharoor too, I find him very pretentious. The use of his words and all that. And Kejriwal too, from the moment they became the CM of Delhi, like I saw how his earlier close allies had, I don't know whether they left him or he removed them. And then I've always been very skeptical about his stand against Hindutva agenda. He has never spoken out on that.
Never spoken.
So, in some areas we may have commonalities. But for me, I believe in humanity. Okay, race, ethnicity, language, religion. All these are artificial barriers towards a equal, and inclusive society. So, the agenda to bring government development to the masses and like Kejriwal saying that take the money and then vote for me, we may be common in that, but in no other sphere. So I don't like this comparison.
I understand where you come from.
And I've said it. Okay, it's not a question of he said it first, I said it first. Okay, this is the first time I'm hearing about Kejriwal saying take the money and vote for me. But I have said take the money and vote for whoever you want. Because I was never interested in politics.
True.
See, I've taken this decision just recently, but I've been speaking out on this electoral thing, use of money for a long time. So that's my message. Because you have to understand, the ordinary citizen of Nagaland should understand where the money is coming from, whose money is it, and what obligation does he have if he takes to take or not to take the money. Because there's an obligation to take the money.
True.
Here in Dimapur it does not reflect, but in the hills,
in the far-flung villages,
you have to take. Otherwise, they will count you as an enemy. So now this recent practice is all the candidates will give money to every family for the prayers, so you cannot refuse that money. Then after that, vote buying starts.
True.
So my message is take the money because it's your money.
Public
they
money.
have not earned it. Which Naga has a factory or industry or has a patent on any invention that he has money. It's all public money. So take it, but vote for whoever you want. See, even here also, I've been saying that. I'm not saying vote for me, okay? That's where Kejriwal and I differ. I'm saying take the money, but vote for whoever you want. I'm just giving you a choice. So I don't like all these comparisons.
I mean, in your... there, I would equate that from his formation stage, during the formation stage of AEB. But after that, they became different. That's another story. Now, if you look at this context, I think, and when you look at NPF party or NTPP, I think they have been so vocal about the Naga issue. And because of Naga issue as their champion or as the message for their campaign, they have been ruling Nagaland.
Yes.
So what is your stand on the Naga issue?
See, my stand is, if anybody, any faction or any individual or any political party can bring something better for Nagas everywhere, I'm more than welcome. But everybody has a separate agenda. Everybody is out to grab power. And the prize is Nagaland. Why? Because here in Nagaland, it is a lawless state. Everybody can do whatever you want. Okay.
Okay.
It's not as if Nagaland we have things which other people don't have. Okay. Nagas in Manipur also, you have your own land. You think. In Arunachal also, Myanmar also. But here too, we are unquestionable. No, in our deeds. No, you can't do that in Manipur. You can't do that in Arunachal. Myanmar too, no chance at all. No. So this is the problem. I have a comprehensive solution in my mind with regard to Nagas everywhere. See, it is so superficial that the solution they are talking about. No, give us this immediately and we can talk about the rest in the future. No, that it doesn't work that way. You're going to have a Naga solution, then it must be for Nagas everywhere. No, I offend many people across all sections because I don't pander to any particular section.
That's totally fine. I think you are just saying your opinion.
Last year I spoke with General Nikki.
Okay.
Because I see him as the last hope for a comprehensive Naga solution. Then I outlined the solution. I outlined the same solution to Mr. Ravi also, our former governor, and he was also very impressed. General Nikki started laughing. He said, "Are Kahuto, when you speak of the Naga solution, it's so simple, no? It's simple because I don't have a hidden agenda. No, it is simple. Okay, nothing complicated."
Okay. Okay, now I think you have your own stand on the Naga issue, which is quite kind of interesting. So I would like to ask you one very important thing. Now that we don't expect Mr. Aceto Chimomi to come and have a stage sharing session with you to talk on policies, not necessarily debating each other, not to that example, but I don't expect him to do that because he's an oldie. But Hekani, being a very educated youth, getting an opportunity to share the stage and talk on some policies and what you're going to do and what she's going to do, would you be willing in that case?
Willing. Like, it is not for me to set up the stage. No?
Right.
In the previous election, this AUMT Village Council, I was working for Akavi. So they formed that common platform, no? And they invited all the candidates. No? So if any person, like say, influencers like you, YouTubers, or any village, I'm willing. No?
Cool. So it has been really interesting. I think we would still observe your election campaign, which you say you're going to start in a very high key very soon. So I think your strategy also is a very unique strategy.
Yes,
I've never come across people strategizing like this. And I still will observe and see how you are really going to turn around people's support into vote, which remains to be the biggest hurdle or challenge for you. As long as you can manage that.
Oh, see, it is not that also. Okay, it's just a question of when other candidates start offering money. No, will they vote for me or not them? No. So my only problem is how to counter. No. How to take away the guilt trip that they give you when giving you money, saying that if you don't vote for me, it's a sin. It's not a sin.
It's not. I think if the citizens and voters are smart, definitely, I would really agree to make democracy and electoral politics more democratic. Take the money whoever offers you if you want, but select the candidate that would truly work for you.
Yes. See, that is the point. Okay. Working for you means different. No. Like, or working for me means a different thing. No? Like, say, you may want a job. I may want a loan. No. So you vote for whoever you think is going to do good for you. No? That has always been my plank. I'm giving people a choice. No? I have not even asked one person to vote for me. All the votes which have been promised me have come voluntarily. And I thank them. Want to thank you. Because that's all I'm willing to offer you now. Afterwards, 5 years, I will sweat for them. I will speak out for them. No? In fact, I will speak out for people across Nagaland, no? Or even outside of Nagaland. No, not specifically Nagas, okay?
Yeah.
Because one of the points in my solution was at any one time, there must be 2 Supreme Court judges from the 8 northeastern states, no, sitting judges, no. So I believe, no, see, I'm very well versed, no, with human nature, okay? How we operate, how we think, no, and then I know that all people are the same, okay? We have divisions, tribe, clan, religion, but underneath, no, you scratch the surface, no, and then everybody is driven by the same desires, same, we react the same. No, we blame people, you shouldn't do that, no, but in their place, no, we will do the same, no. So, for me, no, I'm offering the choice where we can all coexist peacefully and equally.
That's the point. So, do you have a core theme for your campaign?
It's a revolution. Revolution of thought, of deeds. No?
Okay. Somewhat like a chief campaign manager or chief agent.
No. See, no.
You need that strategy, don't you?
No, I have people who are willing to work. But I am turning Naga electoral politics on its head, okay? I'm not going to hold a prayer meeting and all that. No, calling my villagers and all that. No,
that's fine.
So even that also, style of campaigning, I will have people from different areas, and then we will have common meetings. I won't have PS, chief agent, sub agent, all that sort of thing. No? Everyone can have one-to-one access with me.
Okay, fine. But the point that I would like to emphasize and stress is this is going to be a big competition, right? It's a very serious competition, to get elected. So in order to do that, you need a very organized team in order to strategize things. It may be one-to-one, but that needs a strategy also.
See, there are people who have been involved in politics since their childhood, teenage, in every colony across Nagaland, okay? So, no.
You have them.
I will make use of them. No?
Okay. So are you confident, Mr. Chishi?
I'm very confident.
Great.
Because I believe in the fact that human beings, when given a choice, the majority of the times they will pick the right option.
I think I agree with that. When we're given a choice, we start using our brain and start thinking who would be the right person. But when you are forced, human being doesn't want being compelled. So it's a new strategy.
Yes, and hopefully it will spread across Nagaland in the next. See,
only
this
if
is
you
long term.
No. If you don't get elected, people will stop using that strategy.
No. See, you have to understand. No.
Okay.
I have reached this station in life. Okay, this popularity.
Yeah.
Not because of using money.
Not at all. That's for sure.
Or I never post my personal photos and anything on any social media.
Not like that.
I have reached this because I have tried to reach out to people. I've tried to help people in many ways.
Yeah.
It's already affecting. You wouldn't believe the amount of calls I get saying that, you have encouraged me. I've started doing this, that. No.
Okay.
See, nobody succeeds at one go.
Yeah. Of course.
Movement.
Of course.
See, I'm giving birth, to a thought process. I'm teaching Nagas to think independently.
That's well justified.
To think beyond our village, our clan, our tribe.
It's not about you.
Understand that we are living in one society now. So, I've already succeeded. I have succeeded.
So your mission is not just getting elected, but
take my success to another level.
Exactly. Sowing the seeds of looking at election in a different way.
Yes,
right? I think that's interesting. So thanks for this time, and it's a productive discussion. And I'm sure your voters will make the right decision. Doesn't necessarily mean you or whoever, you have given them a choice. I hope the voters in Dimapur 3 will make a right decision for their future in the coming 5 years.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the trouble.
Thanks so much for talking to me again. And
most welcome. Anytime.
And just before election, let's try to work out on bringing the candidates together and let's just have a discussion.
That's up to you.
You're in.
I'm in.
Thank you so much.
I try to get
other candidates.
Yeah.
And let's have a civil, very dissent, and not necessarily debate, but let's just voice out our own strategy towards addressing issues.
I am always very civil. maybe in distant times. No?
I didn't mean. I didn't mean that you are not.
What I'm saying is, people know, they always point out, not that I use all these words, no, but the effectiveness, no.
Right.
I judge the effectiveness of what I'm not the mode of delivery, no.
True. And as a young person, I understand the content and the substance of your message. But many Puris and Puras, Nagas are different, and they trust people a lot on how they deliver in a very decent way. They need some honey, sugar-coated words sometimes.
But then again, you have to understand that level of frustration has reached such an extent, that they love what I say. The crude way I deliver it also.
Interesting.
One guy commented saying, it is like he's scratching where I've been itching.
I think with that note, I wish you all the best for your campaign
and
for all the activities that you're going to take up for this election campaign. So all the best, and we'll talk again, Mr. Kahuto Chishi. Thank you so much.